Welcome.
Welcome everybody to
Cosmic Trailblazers, where
Life is Meant to Be Fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yay! So today we have an awesome show for you, everybody. It's solar eclipse season, everybody, on June 10th.
A solar eclipse happens when a new moon moves between the Earth and the Sun, blocking some or all of the Sun's rays from reaching the Earth.
Yay! So what exactly is going to be happening with this solar eclipse? Because I'm pretty sure that that's got to shake up the cosmos, yes?
Yes, it's a big shakeup. Well, see, what happens is a solar eclipse happens on a new moon. So this is a new moon / solar eclipse. So we'll have another solar eclipse coming up in December. But in the meantime, we're enjoying this one. And this one is a really, really big solar eclipse for a new beginning, a new road, a new path for everyone. It's pretty special.
Very interesting. Okay, a new path for everyone.
Yes, no matter what your zodiac sign, you will be affected in some way by this solar eclipse. But let's talk generally for a second here. I won't get too astrology-ology on y'all here, but I just want to show you that, do you see in the top left-hand corner at about 11 o'clock? Lots of stuff in Gemini. And so a lot of thinking going on here, a lot of communication and a lot of friends and a lot of people. So uniting with people is one thing, thinking about the future. And so a lot of mental activity. However, with the other circled on the right-hand side of the chart there, you'll see some water. I circled water signs, and there's a few more water as well. So this eclipse really is a lot about using your intuition with your mind. And how do we combine the two?
Well, that's very intriguing. I love that you're bringing us back right away to intuition. We just did our intuition show and how to increase your intuition, and we'll have a little link for that in the description so that you can increase your intuition, so you know which way you should go, right? Should you follow your intuition, or like you said, should you just logic this through, like figure it all out?
Is you want to sort of combine both, because one way is not more correct than the other. They need to be in tandem, and that's the secret. That's what, see, if we look here, we see a lot of stuff happening. See, Gemini, the way we communicate, the way we think, and the way we feel. But then on the bottom, it's all the water, the Cancer and the Pisces, which is all the intuition and the emotional side of things. So today's episode, I think, is a lot about how to navigate this energy so that you can move forward into the direction.
That's what's going to be happening on June 10th?
Yeah, June 10th is like the eclipse lasts for months. Like the energy of this eclipse lasts for months. And so it really is the jump start. And for some, it'll be quite uncomfortable. So, you know, we are going to talk about what to do. And one of the things, because there's so much mental energy and that, we need to ground that energy. It's almost like electricity in your brain, and you want to bring it and ground it so you're not so charged up, right? Oh, I know you know some really cool ways to ground yourself, and I'm interested in hearing some of those things.
Well, I was just watching this video about how if you are always tucking your feet up under you or sitting cross-legged or that kind of thing where your feet are often not touching the floor, it can mean that you're not feeling completely safe, and you need to be grounding yourself a little bit more. So you really just need to take off your shoes and get your feet both standing on the floor and stand up and take in a deep breath, and you can feel the energy circling up towards you. I believe it is actually a counterclockwise energy that circles up from the earth into you, and you need to pull that energy up into you, like from Mother Earth, as it's a very feminine type of energy from the grounding of the earth. That's one way that you can become grounded, and just breathe it right into your heart.
Ooh, maybe that's why they call it the ground, because when we
right?
stand on the ground, we're grounding ourselves. So that's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, I hadn't even noticed, and I tend to tuck my legs up under me often. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I'm sitting on the couch, I don't just sit there with my feet on the ground. I always tuck myself in, and I didn't realize that that was a way of like making yourself feel more safe. It never really occurred to me until I had seen that, and I'm like, perhaps she's onto something there, right? But yeah,
Very interesting. I know too. I always go towards my smoky quartz or my black tourmaline or my
right,
Shanghai, things that ground and capture that excess erroneous energy, so to speak, and kind of just moves it away from me, absorbs it away from me. So that would be a
right.
nice thing too, I
And
think.
onyx, right? That would be
Yeah, black. Yeah, anything black, even brown, dark
obsidian,
brown,
maybe.
as well as some of the really dark reds like garnet, dark red agate, like the darker red.
Right.
Very
Okay.
root chakra grounding, stability, safe feelings. So we'll want a lot of that here. Our emotions will run high as well as the mental activity, and it could get like for some people. So you just want to be cognizant of that and practice the grounding work. Yoga, of course, is a well-known one. Meditation will be key as well. Prayer, if meditation, prayer would in that, and even just talking to a friend, like getting out that stuff, your ideas and emotions out to your best friend is really helpful to you, I think, at this time, especially with all that Gemini activity in the 11th house I was showing you here. Um, all that stuff with Gemini, that's like in the friendship zone. That 11th house is all about friends and groups. So, using that to your advantage can be helpful as well. So,
And
using your friends to help offload energy can be useful as well.
beautiful. I love it.
Yay!
Right?
And I see that you have some cool pictures here, like
11,
this
11.
Einstein one. What does that say?
Okay. So the intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. And how true is that,
Aha.
right?
And I think that's with all that water activity in the background of Gemini, the mind is trying to remind us, hey, don't forget about your intuition. Don't forget about your emotions as well. Don't forget about your emotions. So, yeah, speaking of which, we have a little fun game to play. So, I would like everybody to choose a pile. So, do you want number 1, number 2, or number 3? And we will have timestamps in the description below to show you what number, like whichever you picked. So let's start with number 1.
Okay.
So did you choose number 1? Here's number 1. So there's a cute little plant growing in there. And here we have, it's talking about the presence of a higher power, no matter what name you give it. It's a reminder of your connection, your contribution to life. And so this is a message to look around you for evidence of the divine. Notice the signs. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, this is the other portion of the pile. Notice the signs. And 3 plus 8 equals 11, that magical number. So noticing the signs around you, the symbols. And so you got to accept yourself as this big plan, this sacred plan. You have a rightful connection to all. This is about feeling connected with all that is, all the cosmos, all the universe, with everybody and everyone. And so you could do lapis lazuli or sodalite. Those kind of darker bluish, purple, indigo-ish sort of gemstones to help you with your intuition, as well as watching our video that we'll post in the description too, that we just made about increasing your intuition. And the affirmation for number 1 is, my body, mind, and soul release any previous beliefs that have kept me disconnected from source. And I think that's important to let go of old beliefs, because we're really in this time now. A big transformation is happening in the cosmos. And I'm not going to get a huge astrology lecture here, but I'm just saying that there is this big shift that we're moving into sort of Aquarius feeling, which is very humanitarian, uplifting, and a new awareness in the way we do everything from economy, currency, governments. Everything is changing right now. And as you look through YouTube, you'll find a whole bunch of more information on that. But definitely anything that's disconnected you from feeling connected or with source, that's important. And so I think that you have a fairy card, right, to go with this?
Well, the funny thing is, I was just, as you were reading that, I'm like, whoa, it so ties in. The one that I had chosen for the number one, well, I didn't choose it. It kind of chose itself. That came up, this fairy card that came up was stargazing. Okay.
Oh, look, it's the same colors, that indigo color too, hey?
It's the same indigo colors. And it says down at the bottom, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So basically, it is saying the answers are in the stars, just like yours was saying that you need to look for signs. This is saying that, yes, you do need to look for signs, and it might be in the stars that you are looking for signs. Literally look up to the night sky and do some stargazing. It's a great form of intuition, right? How interesting.
That's amazing.
Right?
I love it.
Me too. I'm like, ooh, man. So yeah, just like if you feel drawn to go outside at night, look up at the stars, just let yourself kind of gaze around. And if you're seeing like signs in the stars, or sometimes like during the day in the clouds, like you were saying, the signs are out there. Just go have a look and see what nature is telling you, right?
Yeah, and when we look at the stars, I find it so humbling, like realizing how small we really are, but that we are a part of a big, grander scheme of things. It's not just this little 3D world that we live in as humans, right? We're like a huge, integral part of the whole universe. Absolutely. And the universe is beyond that. Did you know that there's more than one universe? But that's for another day. All right, so that was number one, everybody.
All right. Message for you from the solar eclipse. And now, for those of you who chose number two, like I did, this is your message.
Did you pick pile number two? Well, let's look. So we've got this man who looks kind of businesslike. There's a rainbow and there's a road. So you could see kind of where this is going, right? This is all about accepting that you are responsible for the choices, because when we accept that we have responsibility for our own choices and we don't blame anybody else, but we just accept responsibility, that gives us the power to transform them. And so the card that goes with that, no surprise, is I quiet my ego. Sometimes our ego, which is there to keep us feeling safe, gets too much in the way, and we're not being able to really get out there and go towards our own road, so to speak, and drive our own car. And so quieting the ego will be an important part of you for the solar eclipse time on June 10th. And this is about taking responsibility, and you can gain those resources necessary to release negativity, to move towards your goals and dreams, the special magic door. And so your affirmation here is, my body, my mind, and my soul recognize the experiences that I've had as a platform for the wisdom that I've acquired. So as we go through experiences, we gain wisdom, we quiet the ego, and we take charge of our decisions, and we take charge of our video game.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I have also chosen a card for this. So mine that came out was Shine from Within. Okay, looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. It's time for you to shine. It's time for self-acceptance and revealing your true beauty. Okay. So more so than just the outer whatever you got going on. It's the inner, right? So like you said, setting aside the ego and getting a little more from within. Look at the sparkles in the air.
Oh my gosh. So you're a sparkling light within that needs to shine bright.
Yeah. And it's time. It's time to shine.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Right?
And you know, another thing about solar eclipses is that's what they do is they shine onto the dark parts of ourselves or onto a lot of times during like a solar eclipse, you'll get new insights and maybe some secrets of the world will be revealed. Like, don't be surprised if we hear some kind of secrets revealed about our leaders, government leaders, things
aliens.
like that. So we will, you know, secrets will be revealed, and we have to accept responsibility. That's what this whole pack number 2 is about, is accepting responsibility for everything in our lives, like our own choices, accepting responsibility. So it's how we react. It's what we do with the information that matters. It's not the information that matters. I mean, you could have a whole bunch of stuff happening to you, but it's how you react. And I think that knowing that you have contributions within yourself that the world needs to see, that's going to start coming out a lot in on June 10th for sure.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So what if you chose number 3?
Okay, yes. Did you choose number 3? Well, your card is this beautiful feather. And this is about releasing those shadows within. So if you chose number 3, you might be doing a little bit of shadow work, so to speak, a little bit of inner contemplation, inner reflection, especially during Mercury retrograde, which is all about reviewing and reflecting. And that happens till June 22nd. So lots in June about reflecting, reviewing, and deciding. And it's about releasing these dark shadows of yourself, your fears, things that block you, in order to get clarity. And when you get clarity, then you can be free to begin this new thing, which is all about the solar eclipse, new beginnings. Because if we're just focusing only on the physical thing, you know, the physical, like money or material wealth or anything like that, I mean, there's much more to life than just that. It's opening up to the possibilities that anything can happen, and you can manifest things in your life. This is a big word, is manifestation. Writing down your manifestations too in our journal, which we talk about a lot. That's a really good way to make manifestations happen, is by writing them down in your special journal. And so it's taking a leap of faith and knowing that life is limitless. And the card that goes with this is perfect. And look, it's got a big moon on it too, but it's about my imagination runs free. It also has 30, which 3 plus 0 equals 3. And that is the number of Gemini, by the way. And Gemini is very prominent. It's all about thinking and imagining and moving with the mind and limitless possibilities. So let your imagination run free here for June. And your affirmation for this would be, in accepting what I once thought was impossible, my body, mind, and soul embrace endless perspectives. And Gemini is about that, embracing different perspectives of the situation. And I just noticed that word impossible, and I've seen this before. You split up the word so that it's, instead of saying impossible, it's I'm possible, right?
Yeah. Love it. Here's a really funny thing about, here's the third card that I ended up pulling. It is literally manifestation. And look, there's feathers. Whoops.
Oh my gosh.
Right? You can't make this stuff up. There's like little feathers right there dipped in a little ink thing, because it says, manifestation, be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. It literally says, now write it down on paper.
Oh my gosh.
Manifestation step 1. Okay, so how funny is that? See this beautiful fairy. She is manifesting her dreams. She's writing them down. She's swishing her magic wand and making that stuff happen, because that's what we do when we're super magical like that. Okay, another great way to make these manifestations happen is a vision board. And I am going to be making a vision board video coming up soon. Okay, so
Ooh.
watch for that.
Oh, yay. Can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome.
Actually, let us know in the comments below if you actually even want that. Okay, so because we want to do what you want to do. So
yeah, we love to do anything about. We're just ready to rock and roll and play with you. Let's see what you guys want to do. I had some ideas too. I don't know if anybody cares, but
I
I was thinking because I like wine and wine glasses. I would love to do like a manifestation wine glass party where we maybe do something like a painting and something with our acrylic paints we bought from Play to Play with the palmistry pay to play. We still have those paints, right? Let's make some more stuff. Maybe we could do a wine glass party with manifestations or something. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we could use the what do you call, like the actual the markers, the paint markers, and that kind of thing for painting on wine glasses
or coffee cups.
Yeah, or coffee cups for sure, definitely. With the markers that we got, like fast, easy, good times. Yeah, I like it. I like it way much. We should definitely do that.
Okay, sounds good. So now we get into word to your mom. Okay, here's your word to your mom. There's going to be a lot of residual energy, all this crazy stuff happening in June all over the place. Besides the grounding that we talked about, another thing you're going to want to do is have lots of baths, lots of showers, especially with the baths, Epsom salts. If you don't have Epsom salts, baking soda works just as well. Sea salt. That's going to really help with maybe a couple drops of your favorite essential oil. And if you want to know what essential oil is good for you in June, watch my other channel. I just did the video forecast for June, and inside your video, you will find which essential oil is best for you in June. And that's your word to your mom.
Excellent. That was a great word to your mom. Very nice. Very nice. All right. And now, how about we do just the tip, shall we?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so as Cosmic Oracle was saying, we're going to be feeling possibly quite a bit of resistance around the eclipse and that stuff. So if you're feeling resistant in your heart about something, that means that you need to put more fun there. So if you are feeling bogged down by something, if for the most part you are feeling super happy about life and everything like that, but there's maybe one portion of your life where you are feeling like it's kind of sluggish or whatever, just make it more fun, right? That's where you need to put the fun.
Yes, I agree. Like when you are feeling resistance because something's just not right somewhere, not balanced somewhere, and you just got to inject some fun into it.
You're feeling resistant about it. That's when you need to try something different or just like shake that off. You could even have a dance party, just
dance party,
shake it out, anything to get the energy moving, just whoosh, right?
It's kind of like sometimes when me and my spouse fight or argue or something, or we don't see eye to eye, and I get upset because I can get upset fairly easily. I'm pretty sensitive. So then I'll like go away from the situation and I will pretend that I redid it with a different outcome that I wanted to have.
Right.
And then it seems like it fixes itself. Something happens. There's a little shift in the energy fields, and all of a sudden something gets better, or he comes and apologizes, or whatever. Like something happens to make the situation better. If you just pretend and envision your own outcome that you would like to see, looking at the outcome that you would like to receive and the positive outcome. I know like positive thinking and positive speech is very important in June with this energy around us as well. So we have to try our best to have fun.
Absolutely. And life is meant to be fun, right?
Right.
I really don't believe in shoulds anymore. I've thrown away the should. Shoulds suck. You know what I mean?
Shoulds. And that's interesting that you said that, because there is this fight between Saturn and Uranus. Saturn is the should, wise, old ways. And Uranus is the explosive, energetic, forward moving changes. Let's do something new, right? And they're fighting right now in June as well. So that's why all this energy in the air really needs to be dealt with in a grounding method and all the stuff we talked about today. So definitely cool. Cool. Now you know how to navigate it.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. And if you would like to know how each of your individual sun signs is going to react with this upcoming solar eclipse,
yes, you can visit me here at www.themoontree.org, helping you navigate life's energies. Oh, and speaking of which, I'm going to do one more plug for myself. If you liked those cards that you saw here with the paintings, that's me and Michelle's cards called the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. And this is for sale on that website as well. As well as we have an app, a free app. So the first 11 cards are free. And if you like it, you just buy it for a really small price. And then you'll have the whole app on your phone. So you got energy healing and guidance on the go.
Okay. And now, speaking of those cards, those are also part of our prize package. Our Yo Mama prize package, which we actually drew for yesterday. And our winner is Tony Leiber.
Yay,
Tony Leiber. So we will be reaching out to you, right, Chicken Louie, and getting all of your goodies to you.
Yes, this was a $333 prize pack.
Yes.
So I think you'll really enjoy that. And, you'll always make very nice gifts to give away as well if you can't use some of the things.
I was just going to say, if Tony doesn't want to use all those things for himself, he could always share with his mama or his wife or daughters or sister, friends, whatever brings him joy. So there you go.
Awesome. Wow, that's great. Yay, Tony. That's amazing.
Yay.
Fantastic. All right, everybody. Now it's time to hug it out.
Hug it out. Hug. Come give me a hug.
Give you guys a big energetic hug for June. And we will see you next time.
Yeah. All right.
Bye for now.
All right. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Woo!
Yay!